Hey guys, I only have time for a quick video today, so I thought I would tell you about this cool Breloom set that I actually came up with at the beginning of the year, but haven't had a chance to use in a tournament until now. So I thought about using it many times in SPL, but ultimately decided to go with something else. But every time I wanted to use it, I was like, that would have been really good. Why wasn't I using it? So I figured, yeah, you know what, I'll use it now. So basically, the Breloom is Leech Seed, Protect, Facade, and Bulk Up. So it kind of combines a lot of different Brelooms. Back in the Doug Trio era, actually, Spore, Bulk Up, Protect, and Facade was used. And I know that sounds insane, but you can't use Drain Punch because in DPP it's terrible. It's the equivalent of Giga Drain, which didn't get buffed until Gen 5 either. So they're 8 PP and 60 base power, which is terrible. So you think, do I really need? Why don't you have Fight Stab? Well, Sky Uppercut, Brick Break. No, you're not going to use those. Um, so Facade is a great move on Breloom in general. Like a lot of attacking sets can use the SD, all out attacking. There's so much you can do with Breloom in general, without Spore even, which I hope gets banned someday. But yeah, the idea is that you don't really need Facade because it's a great move for sweeping because at 140 base power post Toxic Orb activation, it's really strong. And again, not only just because of its coverage into things like Zapdos and Latias, but it's actually stronger than Seed Bomb into a neutral target like Gliscor. So it's great to have. And the thing is that you get resisted by things like T-Tar and Jirachi, Metagross, whatever. Sure, but with Bulk Up and Protect especially, you actually can beat them one-on-one. So that set is still very good, I think. And of course, there have also been Leech Seed Brelooms of many varieties. Leech Loom with Protect, all out defensive. I like Leech Seed on offensive Breloom. And it's a great move to spam because if the opponent doesn't have Celebi, then no matter what their Breloom answer is, it's taking Leech Seed damage. And it's wonderful because they could have something like a physically defensive Jirachi or a Zapdos. They are dealt with very differently by Breloom itself. I mean, you could make a case that SD can make its way through them, which of course it can, but it's not as immediate. At Leech Seed, you can spam all game long, and not only are you wearing them down, I mean, you wear them down and you reinforce your own longevity, which is a big appeal of Brelooms to begin with. But you also you can force them out. You can like Jirachi wants to stall Breloom out one-on-one, and then actually you realize, oh well, not when it's Leech Seeded, and then something else has to switch in and hazard damage, and it's not as ideal a switch or would have come in the first place, and it gets all sorts of messy. So yeah, the only other Leech Seed immune Pokemon, I mean, opposing Breloom obviously can switch into Leech Seed, but that's dicey. And Clefable, of course, should not be switching into Leech Seed, into Breloom. Sorry. So yeah, so I decided at the beginning of the year I was experimenting with a lot of Sporeless Breloom sets because I think Breloom is amazing. Even without Spore, it has so much to do. And I came up with this one, and I tested a lot, and it did really well in the test because I mean, Bulk Up Breloom is great, of course, but sometimes early in the game it risks not doing as much. I mean, Spore is Spore, of course, but beyond that, like if they have a Sleep Talker, then it's not going to be as impactful. It can be. I mean, one of the reasons why Spore Protect Breloom is so nasty is if someone thinks that their Sleep Talking choice Pokemon will beat it, then it actually is going to not. Because Sleep Talk only works once on a when choiced in Gens 3 and 4. So that's something I always personally fear, even though it hasn't been used in a long time. I'm always aware of it. But I think Sleep Talk on choice Pokemon is kind of unreliable anyway. But yeah, then you have... God, I lost my train of thought because I thought of 5 things at once. But yeah, Bulk Up Bloom, sometimes you want it to be more impactful beyond Spore early in the game, and Leech Seed is just such a great move, so I was like that. And with Leech Seed Breloom, it has the opposite thing, actually. It's so irritating early in the game, but it's so irritating early in the game, but then it has the... it can struggle to finish the job. you know. I mean, Spore bulk up Breloom is so good, like even just being annoying early on. But there's something about Leech Seed's spamability early on, where you just click it into everything, and you're healing, you're making progress. It's fantastic. So, yeah, and I think you could. I'm not sure if I'm remembering this right. I don't think I've seen Spore, Leech Seed, Facade bulk up, but you could use that as well if you wanted both. So that's absolutely an option. I just tend to. With Breloom had a lot of paralysis, and Spore was kind of getting in the way of that, or they were getting in the way of Spore, so I wanted something else. But you absolutely could run Spore, Leech Seed, Facade, Bulk Up, and do similarly well. But I just love Protect Breloom, just because Protect is such an amazing move, and reinforcing its healing even more is just extraordinary. So this way you kind of have the best of both worlds, in that you Leech Seed early on, you're very irritating. And then, later in the game, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to run out of juice with Leech Seed eventually. I'm going to get stalled out by this Jirachi, this Latias, whatever. Well, Latias, not so much if you're spamming Facade, but you struggle to go to the distance sometimes. And then with Bulk Up, you take over the game later on. And it's just a thing of beauty. Especially with Protect, I mean, combining with Leech Seed and Bulk Up to let you get more Bulk Ups. Oh, it's beautiful. And then you have those boosted Facades to sweep. And it just can spiral out of control so quickly, so easily. A lot of people's answer is like what happened in this game, where it's like, well, I'm going to go to Jirachi and click Ironhead. And yeah, it's really, really wonderful. You can do a lot of things with the spread. Mine was max SpDef because I think it needs it on this team, which I'm not fully happy with in general, but it has some good ideas. But the original one was just it was physically defensive Loom, and you could do something in between for sure. So yeah, if it's physically defensive, then it's really impenetrable. I remember I beat a stall team once with Aerial Ace Wing Attack Gliscor, because I got a couple bulk ups in, and after those, then even that wasn't doing it. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And there's so many common balance teams, like exactly like the one I'm facing in this game. As you see very early on, that wow, Breloom runs this over. Especially with SpDef, you don't even have to fear Latias, because even if it has Ice Beam, it just kind of bounces off, and it is horrifying to face. So I hope that this set takes off a little bit. I hope more people play with it. I'm really proud of it, honestly. I haven't been this proud of a set in a very long time, and the way it just wins. Yeah. That's basically it, and then, like you see here, you get enough bulk ups and even T-Tars dropping to the Facade, exactly like that. Just with this, you have the early game option of Leech Seed to annoy everything, especially with rocks up, and, Zapdos, okay, well, now I'm going to stay in. And, yeah. So that's basically it. Thanks for tuning in to this quick video, and I will see you in the next one.